All right, let's do it. Welcome to Ears to the Street with Fact and Entertainment Meet. I am your host, HG. You already know how we roll, and we got none other than Mind Over Matter. What's good, bro?
What's going on, man? Sitting here with you at these topics, man.
Absolutely. Good, bro.
What's going on, man?
I bet I was make sure that sound was right. Yeah, man, it's a lot to talk about. Our main topic will be all of them are main topics because we're talking about them, but the bill that was passed in Florida where it's restricting children of a certain age when it comes to being on social media, so that's gonna be the first thing not gonna be necessarily the first thing we talk about, but it'll be one of the things we talk about. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I wasn't aware of that. That's new to me. I actually think it's a I think that's a good thing, man. I think that's a good thing.
oh yeah, why you say it's
Yeah,
a good thing?
well, I got 4 different Facebook accounts, and I used to sell stuff on there. I don't want people thinking that that's the norm. Even though a lot of people do like make burner accounts, I ain't gonna judge them too much, but I think you're doing too much. If you ain't trying to like organize or have a business or something like that on there, you shouldn't be having all these different accounts. But on my other accounts that I'm not active on, when I go on there and I see the algorithm on there, I've been seeing a lot of strange videos on there with younger age kids on there, man, with doing questionable activities on there. And when I try to report some of that stuff, it don't never go through. It don't never go through. Some of it is not even a way to report the video or the picture.
So when you say questionable activity or strange activity, like give us a little, like what you talking about, what's going on?
It was one video. It showed. I don't know if you ever seen, because like I say, it's all in the algorithm. On my one page, on my main page, the algorithm is people that I've known for years. There's no weird shit. On my other page, it's about foreign stuff on there from India. And
Yeah.
It'd be a whole lot of those. So one of them was this dude sitting on a couch, and he was like tickling his daughter, and then it's supposed to be like a fart noise, and then he made her get out the house. But it wasn't cool. And I ran to the comments, and they was like, "Nah, buddy, this kind of borderline some funny stuff and everything." I'm thinking like, man, anybody talking about reporting anything? I tried to click on the 3 buttons at the top, and there wasn't nothing you could do, like nothing. I'm thinking like, man, that's weird right there. And then I seen some videos of some Mexican women inside like a cattle cage, like trying to imply bestiality with a donkey. Like a lot of funny shit, man. And
right.
So I think it is a good. I think that is a good thing, man. I think it is.
So I definitely know what you're talking about, because I seen something online that someone showed me one day when I was, working at my job, doing my 9 to 5 stuff, and very disturbing stuff. Very disturbing stuff. I'm not gonna get into details to what it was, but once I somebody like trying to show you something. For one, you at work, and then you don't supposed to be on your phone at work, all that goofy shit. But then they trying to sneak and show you something because we at work. But then like once my eyes focused on like what the fuck I was seeing, I'm like, man, I don't want to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna even mention what it was online. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, damn, and this is something that was taking place in Africa. You see what I'm saying? And what I will say is that it was some sexual content. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? And with social media, it really gives weirdos the platform to really display the weirdo shit that they be on. You know what I'm saying? Like But that's the thing. Like, it's a lot of fucking weirdos. Like, you got one weirdo motherfucker doing one weirdo thing, then you probably got another million motherfuckers that's on that same weirdo shit. So that person has an audience now. You see what I'm saying? And it only take you 100,000, 200,000 to go platinum and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say that, I just mean, like, you know, to build a following. You know, you can have your cult followings, but you got cult followings on some weirdo shit. You know, and you know, with this whole Florida thing, I mean, kids, social media. You know, I got the article pulled up, so we'll get into it. We'll read it a little bit, but now we just freestyling on the subject, and I think this has a lot to do with the governor. I think that passed it in Florida has been the one that's been making a lot of noise in regards to this when it comes to the whole TikTok thing and how TikTok, like they've been on TikTok ads. I don't know if you've been following this. I did a show on this maybe like 6-7 months ago, and I can't remember all the details of it, but it's a particular thing that's been going on in the court system where they like TikTok is crazy. Like, it's basically like China infiltrating, no censorship, you know, basically just kind of infiltrating on the algorithm of people, getting a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? It's basically just infiltrating the minds. You know, it's a lot of stuff, you know, I would have to go into detail with that. I can't remember what I did the article on, but it's definitely been a big case that's been going back and forth with like China for years with TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this same governor, if I'm not mistaken, is cracking down on that shit. Like, he ain't having it. You know what I'm saying? And I believe it's the same governor. Like, he been on this shit heavy. And if I am correct about it being the same governor, then he's made some headway with passing this bill or getting this bill passed to if you're 14, 15, you got to have some type of parental guidance. And then maybe if you're a little younger, you can't even fuck with social media at all. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into the article a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Anything else you want to say on it, though?
Yeah, no. I'll wait for that topic to pop up.
Yeah. So, another thing that we're going to discuss is black scammers, specifically, not just black scammers, well, specifically in the conscious community, but overall, you know what I'm saying? But it's happening a lot in the conscious community. Anything you want to say on that, Mind Over Matter?
Yeah, it just seems like that's the go-to scheme for the conscious community. Scam. Just get them on some type of land scam, some type of business scam, and yeah. And they look like it's been profitable, from what I can see.
Yeah, because you got a lot of people online. You know, online is the new TV. You know, like even when you're watching TV, 9 times out of 10 these days, especially a younger generation, they not watching Channel 5. They not watching Channel 2, Channel 7, Channel 9, the shit that we grew up off of. At this point, they're not even watching fucking HBO and Showtime. And if they are watching those channels, they're not watching it how we used to watch it, in the sense it's all online. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole internet thing. So, you know, online has replaced television. And then now you have your TV, which is online on your phone. You got it 24/7. Like, back in the day, you couldn't watch TV till you got home. You know what I'm saying? Which gave you which made people more sociable, you know what I'm saying? But now it's 24/7 access online, 24/7 access, and people are tuning into these conscious people, so-called conscious people, feeding into the content so much and they sending these motherfuckers cash apps. And we ain't talking about supportive cash apps where you send somebody 15, 20, 30, $40. We talking about these content creators are coming up with these elaborate schemes showing y'all fake pictures, AI pictures, and then getting y'all to send or invest $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $15,000, and then you find yourself in court, you know, trying to get some of your money back, spending more money. So, you know what I mean? So who are? Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead, big dog.
I was gonna say also, a topic was this law that passed. I believe it was last week in Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
They actually banned and outlawed massive protesting. There's a stipulation on protesting in those three states: Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. I don't know what the significance of those states are, but
you know, I looked into that, and I don't know if, you know, I've heard about it. I don't know how official it is though. And I just it's official. It's official.
Yeah, that's official. The court can already ruled on that. The United States court ruled on that. You can Google it. You type in just three states outlaw protesting, and it's gonna pop up.
Okay. Yeah, I typed it up and I seen some articles on it. The only thing that had me a little skeptical on it was that some of the sources that it was coming from, it wasn't like it wasn't your quote unquote official sources. So that's the only thing that got me a little like, okay, let me dig a little deeper with this one. But I definitely heard about it. And let's say that it is true. You know, let's not assume, you know, me, I'm you know, I'm a little hesitant to say it because I didn't read it on no official sources. But let's just say it is true. What does that say about America and with three states having stipulations on mass protests? Well, like, what does that say about the freedom? What's the first amendment? Freedom of speech. Yeah. So, like, from your opinion, like, what does that say about America? Like, you know, niggas, you know, what I mean, I don't know the year. Like, we talking about Emancipation Proclamation, 18 something, and then like Civil Rights Movement, jump forward 100 years. Like, what is that saying? Like, with Black people specifically, but in general, what is that saying about America, in your opinion? This right being, you know, kind of taken away.
I mean, I see it as the way it's some type of preemptive strike because those three states are significant for some reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you remember, maybe like 5 years ago, protesting was big. It's like there's a lot of protests being held. Around the time of the Black Lives Matter thing, or the early years of the Black Lives Matter fiasco.
Yeah.
I know in Virginia, a lot of them remember at some point when there was a big uproar about these monuments, taking down these Confederate monuments that's supposed to be bothering Black people. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That was going on. Protesting was big, you know. And then even back then, you know, I don't think a lot of us understood the parameters of what you had to do in order to protest. Because number one, a lot of those places you had to file for a permit. It wasn't like people just assembled out there and they got tired of what's going on. You had to file for a permit. Somebody filed to have a protest and they received their permit, and you're there in opposition. Police are allowed to keep you away from that because these people are legally they got the legality of having their protests, and you don't. So, you know, like I said, I don't know what it is of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi outlawing massive protests, but it has to be something.
Is this the return of the Confederate flag? Is the South on their way back? I think the South has been trying to get some get back since the fucking Civil War. What you think, man?
I'm gonna tell you this, man, as a Black man, and no way form am I ashamed to even say it. I'm biased on that Confederate flag thing, man. I used to be straight up, yeah, that's the Crocker flag and all this and that. I haven't gone into that since living down here and being in the mix of things down here. I'm sure there are some people that fly that, and that's what it means to them. But I've met people that's the way it's just straight up that's their culture, their history of what was going on at that time. That was the flag that was representing the South. I understand that right there. I don't fly it, nothing like that. I ain't support it, but for the understanding of it, I get it. I get it.
So basically, what you're saying is that. So I know you say you don't fly it and none of that shit, but like with let's say these states, you know, signing this bill, whatever, and this is the new law saying that you know you can't do mass protests. Now, people protest for all different types of shit. You see what I'm saying? It's just not. It's just not. It's just not. You know, black people protesting or white people protesting. It's a. It's a. You know, it's a. It can be all across the board. You know what I'm saying? Hold on for a second. What's going on, brother? Can you hear me? What's going on?
Oh, my friend.
All right, I gotta speak English up in here. What's up? Yeah. Italiano. Parque. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Italiano. A me dice italiano, tu capisci l'italiano.
Oh, Italiano. Okay. Yeah, ears to the street. Hit the like button, subscribe button, and then come on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, some dudes came on TikTok, you know, some Italianos. But to get back to the conversation, you know, protest is a blanket statement. So anything can be protested, you know. But I'm talking about the freedom of speech. Protesting is a demonstration of freedom of speech, regardless of who doing the protesting. And if these three states have put some type of stipulation on mass protests, then America, in my opinion, America is dimming freedom of speech. Like, just think about it. And I'm gonna go back to the civil rights thing, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what me being black, that's what I identify with the most. So in you know, let's say what was that in Selma where they walked across the bridge and the you know, the fire hoses and the dogs, and that was a peaceful protest. So you can't even do a peaceful protest anymore. You see what I'm saying? Like, we ain't talking about niggas. When I say niggas, I mean anybody, not just black people. You know, so I'm using that as a blanket statement. Motherfuckers can't throw bottles. I'm not talking about people throwing bottles and breaking windows and rioting and shit. I'm just talking about a peaceful protest, walking, marching outside in front of a building. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that what we're talking about here? That you can't do that no more? Because that's the foundation of change. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got to read it in the world thing. If I can recall correctly, it said massive, something with massive protesting. So whatever that would mean, you know, it may have a stipulation in there saying that you have to have a permit. If it's this many people or something like that, I didn't get that deep off into it, but I think there is a motive. There's a reason why, and we need to get up on that.
Yeah. You know, we just scratching the surface right here. You know, when I looked it up online, and I didn't see no credible sources. Now, when I looked up this conversation with the you know, with the social media, with the 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds having parental guidance, like that came up on CNN, New York Times. So I'm like, okay, but on the other one, it wasn't no real credible sources that you think would normally come from a you know, like a CNN news, whatever the fuck, you know, the case may be. So so I'm gonna look more into it.
Yeah, I'm not sure which news source. I just Googled. I Googled it, and yeah, obviously I'm not gonna look for something that says 22media.com, you know, nothing like that. But
yeah, it was all on Google now, so you know, maybe I overlooked it. You know, I'm not saying it isn't a real thing. It's just because I did a brief search. You know what I'm saying? So it could be an official thing. I just know like some of the more credible sources. Like usually, like if it's on CNN, like, shit like that, like it's like kind of like a real topic. But I have been hearing about it, so we ain't gonna. I'm not gonna just disregard it as not being real. So
You got to keep an open mind because
yeah, absolutely.
sometimes I doubt it in this case right here. I would be kind of stretching it,
Mhm.
but it's something going on. Also, what I was going to add was there's a program out in Los Angeles called the GRID program, GRYD, GRID program, and the GRYD stands for Gang Reduction and Youth Development. And what it is, it's a program designed to combat and to address gang resolution and conflict. And the premise of it is, if you're like a known person, if you're a factor in your section, if you're OG, if your name ring bells, and you that nigga in your hood, you can sign up with the city. And when there's something going on, you go on this app that you download to your phone, and you detail how you address the issue and squash it. And they say you don't have to add any names of the culprits or the people involved, but you detail what you did. In the city, in particular the GRID program, they pay you for that. So I don't know how y'all take that, but that's some snitch shit.
Right, I'm the so that's what I was just about to say. Like, nigga, that sound like niggas is snitching. Like niggas getting paid to snitch. What's up?
Especially as black men, we want to be responsible with how we're using that term snitch now. We don't want to sound like the idiots from yesteryear, where just anything
right.
Snitching. If some went down the street and was trying to shoot Lumberjack from West Side and he missed me, hit the little girl on a tricycle, you can't tell because that's snitching.
Right. Exactly. No, that's definitely not snitching.
These people got their house broken into, and the neighbors seen what happened, and they took. That's we want to make sure that we understand now the age and maturity and wisdom now that a lot of those things that we thought was snitching, it was not snitching. It was gang members and street people hiding behind the no snitch policy so they could do cowardly acts and try to escape that prison bed that they asked me to be raising their hand and gladly accepted if you were a real street nigga.
No, absolutely. Like, that's crazy. In 2024, we still got to make a distinction on, the difference of snitching and being a fucking civilian. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hold on. The only reason why we have to make a distinction nowadays is because if you recall, back in the day, even that terminology we'll be talking about, if you was a on the porch type person, you would, hey, while I'm talking, you like, what are you talking about? With the introduction of the internet, and the internet that shrunk the world, now you have a soccer mom speaking on what's going on in O Block, what's happening in Los Angeles in the trenches, and people getting DPs and put-offs and gang signs. So the internet has made it where the most squarest, nerdest, goofiest person can sit on the internet and give their description of what they think this is and what they think this person should have did and what's snitching and what ain't snitching. That's the only reason why it's a topic today, because everybody else already knew kind of like what it was. We had some things off about it, but we pretty much knew the premise of it now. So it had to be refined now for the square.
No, absolutely. And as time moves on, thorough motherfuckers got to keep reiterating what the real shit is, or to just get lost in translation through time and suck a motherfucker. So I definitely get it. We got to keep enforcing it, but you guys just got to pass it down. But anybody, let me re-clarify. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody involved in criminal activity and you get caught, and then you tell on the person that you did the crime with, that's like, quote on, that's snitching right there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck if you are a criminal and you standing on the block. And now, let me ask this question. Let's say you standing on the block and ops come through and try to shoot you. Like you the guy that they're looking for. And the bullet hits the kid on the tricycle. Is it okay for that criminal to tell the police that that person did it?
I think that nobody wants to be viewed as a snitch and somebody that told the police. That's a good question right there, man. I thought I had a good one for you too, but that's a good. So you're saying that I'm the criminal. The house was looking for me. They shot at me, but they missed and hit somebody else. Now, would I be snitching if I gave information out on them? I think the younger me would be like, oh, that's snitching. Now, why is it now? Some people might still say snitching is that's a good question because it's like I'm solving it for them. First, I'm gonna be mad at them because they were trying to get me. They were trying to get me, but they missed. So I already have my own business now that I need to handle because I see who it was. I got an idea who it was. Mm-hmm. I need to handle that with them. But also they hit this person over here. So I think if you was asking me personally, right. I probably wouldn't go down there personally, like me signing the paperwork. But I would gladly tell somebody, say, hey, who was it? I would gladly switch about to whoever wanted to go down there. Oh, yeah, definitely. And that's probably still snitching, but I would have no problem with that. But I would feel kind of off going down there and say, hey, yeah, they the ones that did that because I still feel like they were trying to get me, so I still want to get my get back on them. And right. I have no problems about telling if anybody asks me, other than the police, hey, who did that? Hey, man, it was Wookie Woo. I screenshot everything all the way to a T.
Right. And see, the reason I asked that question because I've been in them. I haven't like been in those positions like per se, like with myself personally, but I've been in situations where on the block, chilling, motherfuckers come through shooting, and I know that there are certain people that's on that block that they're really trying to get, and an innocent motherfucker ain't got shot. They ain't had nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And just the way the game is, and like no one's going to the police and say shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of unfortunate because we do have this no snitch policy, but someone got shot that had nothing to do with this situation, but they were just at the wrong place at the wrong time, hanging around the people who are targets for oppositions. You see what I'm saying? So, it's like variations of this type of shit going on. Now, if I was to ask myself the same question that I just asked you, if motherfuckers was after me and hold on, y'all. Let me call him back. His phone went dead. Let me call him back so we can. There you go. You hit me back. Yeah. All right. So if I was to ask myself the same question, motherfuckers is after me and end up hitting the kid. You can hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay. And end up, shooting a kid or innocent bystander, and what would I do in that situation? In that situation, I would probably just kill the people. I would probably just go to kill the people that killed the innocent person that was looking for me. I probably wouldn't go to the police. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm gonna kill you anyway. So, there's no need. There's really no need for me to tell the police what you did because I'll be coming to fire you up maybe in a day or two. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not gonna even waste my time, and I will feel like shit as the individual because I know these dudes was looking for me, and someone innocent got hurt in the process. You know what I'm saying? So, I think the best thing I could do is at least kill a person that killed this innocent person, even though this innocent person got killed on, on my behalf in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably what I would do, and that's a probably, you know what I'm saying? Because you really don't know what the fuck you would do unless you're in the situation. So this is all hypothetical shit that we're talking, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So, shit, that shit might happen, and I might like get so spooked that I do tell the police, and then I change my life around. like, like who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the thing, and that shit be happening. Like, it be people in the game doing shit, and then something happen that really fuck them up, and then like they don't even want no more parts of it. They probably shot a couple niggas, probably shot some niggas, but something happened with somebody that get killed that they cared about or they felt they're responsible for, and then they'll just be on the straight and narrow after that and trying to do their best to reconcile and fucking have some type of redemption. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like a multifaceted thing in a sense. You know what I'm saying? But if we just talking about like pure snitching, like criminal shit, like you a criminal, you rob a bank, you do it with a couple accomplices, you get caught, they don't get caught, and you fucking tell on them so you can lessen your sentence. That's fucking snitching. Like that's classic snitching right there.
That's classic. That's that. So let me ask you this right here.
Mm-hmm.
What about a scenario where you at the bus stop waiting to go to work, and two of your peoples roll by, and they give you a ride. Pull y'all over. It's a burner up in there. Nobody want to admit to it. So yeah, you on your way to work, and they was on their way to whatever, and the police don't know what the story. They just know that they got y'all pulled over, 3 men in the car, there's one gun up in there, trying to sort it out. Do you feel it's okay to go ahead and tell your story?
What I would do in that situation is this. Two of the homies pull up. I'm on a bus stop on my way to work. I hop in the car with them. Police pull us over. It's a burner in the whip. I got to play that all the way to the end. I got to play it all the way to the end. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let the police know that. For one, I'll probably play it as if I didn't know they had a gun, because do I know they got a gun? They just taking me to work. I hop up in the car. When the homies pull up on the bus stop and say, nigga, where you going? I'm going to work. Come on, nigga, we'll drop you off. I'm not getting in the car and saying, is there any guns in the car? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, all right, shit, the homie's taking me to work. I'm going to save 10 minutes. I'm going to save $2.50 on the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm saving about $5, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they taking me. So we get pulled over, and you know what I'm saying? I'm not even, and I'm probably know that it's probably a gun in the car, but I don't know for sure if it's a gun in the car. You know what I'm saying? But I know these niggas, so I'm pretty sure these niggas is strapped. You know what I'm saying? So with the police, I'm always going to play the angle as if, shit, I didn't know it was a gun in the car. They was taking me to work. You know what I'm saying? So I got to run that train all the way to the end. Now, if it gets to the end of that motherfucking train ride, and the police is talking about putting a gun charge on me, then I got to talk to these niggas some shape, form, or fashion. I don't know how we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, whoever fucking gun it is, you niggas got to take the charge. Like, I'm not taking an F for a nigga. Fuck that. Hell no, nigga. You pick me up from the bus stop. You pick me up from the bus stop to take me to work, and I got to take a felony for niggas? Fuck out of here. I'm not taking shit. Hell no. I ride the train to the end, though. I ain't gonna just tell on them just off the GP. But once the shit getting crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? And then that's another thing too, like, like, because that situation it actually happened to me before. So it's like, but the thing that's different in the situation, I wasn't on my way to work. I was on the porch with some guys. And when the police pulled up, they rushed the porch. I ran. But niggas had guns on the porch. You know what I'm saying? So when I hopped off the porch, I ended up getting caught like a block or two over. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta put this on Ears to the Street. Damn, I can't even remember the segment I was doing when I was telling stories. But I ended up running and I got caught, but I could hear the police when I got caught and the other dudes got caught. They found his guns, but I could overhear the police saying, like, he didn't get caught on the porch. We gonna let him go. So once I heard the police saying that, I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like, I'm out the clear because they found the guns on the porch and I left and I ran off the porch. So I didn't get arrested on the porch. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know what I'm saying? But so when I got to the station, I end up getting released like maybe in maybe like an hour at the latest. But the other two dudes, you know what I'm saying? They end up catching the gun cases and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to think, was it 3 guns or 2 guns? But I think it was 3 guns. But one of the guns that they found was an old gun that was like lost in the porch, and they tore the whole fucking porch up. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a hole in the porch, and the homie threw the gun in the porch, but somebody had threw a gun in that porch like 15 years before then. So when they ripped the whole fucking porch up, they found the gun he threw, and then they found the old gun that was 10 years old, 15 years old. So it was 3 guns on the porch, but they let me go. You know, I ain't have to say shit. You know what I'm saying? But it was kind of similar to the scenario that you just put in front of me. But I would ride that train all the way to the end and let niggas know, like, niggas is called, nigga, one of you niggas gotta take the fucking gun charge, bro. There's no way we're getting out of this situation. Someone has to take the charge, my nigga. And whoever fucking gun it was needs to fucking man up and take the fucking charge, nigga. Fuck out of here. So yeah, that's my answer on that. And that's not snitching to me. That's a nigga being man enough to accept the charge of the crime that he was committing, and he got fucking caught, nigga. Shit, fuck out of him.
On that particular scenario, I feel like it's a lot of parameters in that because it's not just cut and dry. You could have asked before you got in, hey, y'all got to burn up. What if they say no?
Yeah.
But if you say, what if they say yeah? You're like, well, fuck it, I'm only going right down the street, ain't nothing gonna happen. And right before they drop you off,
yeah.
Or what if they say no? You get in, the same thing happens. So it's like, all of that can alter your morals on what's snitching and what ain't. But I will say this right here because I say the same thing. Matter of fact, I know the law a little bit more. I'm a little bit more familiar with it as to where if some people hear that story and they say no, I'm telling them immediately. There's cases where y'all can get there to the station and come to find out cops can have probable cause. So everything is thrown out.
True.
So you jump go to telling and you done fucked off your name and all. You got some shit coming to you now because you couldn't wait.
Yeah.
But that's if it happens like that. It doesn't happen like that all the time. But in 2024, me at the bus stop and being picked up now, regardless of what goes on and this and that, I think that I would know what those people is on, and they know what I would be on. So I think if we get pulled over and had to be a gun up in there, I would have to say off the top, I'm gonna be saying that it ain't mine. It ain't mine. And one of them 2 other niggas better cough it up because you look at it this way. Y'all two in a car is one of you. We all 3 of us know it belongs to one of y'all. It's outside the cops or anything. All 3 of us know it's between you 2 niggas and shit. Y'all got me in the mix. Now I didn't agree to with the gun thing, none of that shit. So all causing a burden on me. I'm on my way to work. It's all about what I got going on. It's like it's all about what y'all got going on. So don't have me in the mix. So one of you niggas need to cut me loose, or else I'm gonna cut myself loose, and that's just how I go. Now, before I should surprise myself even saying that, or thinking that way, because it's like it was snitching in my book back in the day. But it ain't no way in the world you trying to get from A to B, and motherfucker decide to assist you, and regardless if you know he got it in there or not.
It ain't yours.
yours.
It ain't yours. Shit.
It ain't mine. So send me on my way. Why
Exactly.
you want me in that fight? And sometimes you can catch a murder in the county jail. You can be in the county jail waiting to get released, and you can end up catching a murder on somebody, or somebody catching a murder on you. You know what I mean?
You talking about like having to do something while you locked up?
Yeah, county jails be cracking this shit.
Oh yeah, them county, yeah. Nah, that's real shit, and that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. No, I feel you on that. Shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, ain't nobody taking no L's for no motherfuckers. Like, get the fuck out of here, nigga.
You in this mix because of your homies, and like you were saying, well, we got a movie to see. Shit, waiting could be that shot time. It don't take it for you had to end up killing a motherfucker, or somebody kill you up in that motherfucker, or you hurt somebody there. Now you got an assault. You know what I mean? So it's like, I ain't saying you got to be as soon as they put, hey, it's his, this and that, but it's like at the first instant they asking me, motherfucker, wait, it ain't mine. I ain't know nothing about no gun. It ain't mine. You can't prove it's mine.
Right, and that's why I would say, like, I'll ride it to the end, but it gotta be within reason. Like, y'all pick me up to go to work. So I can't miss work trying to, you know what I'm saying? So you niggas gotta admit this shit like in the next day or two, nigga.
This is what you asking though.
Yeah.
You're asking motherfuckers who ask you if you needed a ride, so they didn't take into consideration, okay, he on the way to the job, so he ain't packing. And if he knew we was on the shit that we on, he probably wouldn't agree to it. So you gonna wait for somebody like that to say in the end, you know what? Yeah, let's cut him loose because we like, man, shit. You can end up where ain't no get back. If both of them tell on you, ain't no get back from underneath that.
Boy, if that happened, them niggas, if motherfuckers did that and tried to play a nigga like that, boy, them niggas would feel the fury when I got out. Shit, like, nigga, all right, fuck it. You niggas, it was y'all shit, and then you niggas gonna trick on me because y'all fuck with each other more than me, and y'all niggas offer me a ride to work, and you niggas gonna band up against me and say it's my gun. Oh shit, if that shit flew, nigga, I will burn them niggas as soon as I got out. As soon as I touch the streets, I'm burning them niggas. Nigga, on the real. Like, okay, now I got a gun charge, nigga. Now I'm gonna see if I can top this with a tip murder, niggas. I'm on y'all niggas ass. Shit, fuck that, nigga. I'm telling you, that's crazy that you said that because that's a possibility.
It's all on the table, man. When you in that life,
bro, that's a crazy possibility right there. Like, I ain't even think about that. Like, the niggas who gun it was just say we gonna link up together and blame it on the nigga that was going to work. That's crazy right there. So yeah, man. Yeah, with this snitching shit, with this street shit. By the way, Kendrick Lamar still hasn't responded. Everyone's waiting. And I like the fact that he hasn't responded yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want him to respond prematurely and pull a J. Cole or some corny ass response shit. I just threw that in there. Everybody talk about this Kendrick Lamar shit. Oh, he ain't dropped this. He got 4 days, 5 days, and all that goofy shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, he respond when but a motherfucker can't be taking too long. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, and see, that's the problem. And that goes back into the social media thing. Because but now, even when the social media thing wasn't no big thing, like, you still had to respond in a reasonable amount of time. But since it wasn't social media back in the day, you had a little bit more leeway with how long you could wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually back in the day, when motherfuckers responded to diss tracks, it would be around the time when they was dropping their album. So you'll fuck around and get like a 6 month. You wouldn't fuck around hear a response till about 6-7 months and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is like back in the day. I'm thinking about man, that shit was so long ago. But yeah, I ain't about to talk about that Kendrick shit. You know, so I just had to throw that in there. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers is trying to act like I don't know. We'll see. Regardless of that, so Florida bill sign restricting social media access to children. I really don't even feel like reading this article. I just read like the first paragraph, man, because you little bad motherfuckers don't need to be online no way. You motherfuckers need to be somewhere like we used to be, playing basketball outside, jumping some rope with some girls. Huh?
It's some adults that don't need to be on social media.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of 50-year-olds going on 14 now in this motherfucker.
Adults don't need to be on that motherfucker spelling shit wrong, saying shit wrong.
Hey, I see that shit you posted. You said should, I can't even remember. You said should something, but you spelled it S-H-O, you spelled it as should. Yeah. Oh, Suge Knight. This nigga, so it ain't he put Suge is S-U-G, Suge Knight is S-U-G-E. He put should S-H-O-U-L-D. N-I-G-H-T.
Because you see stuff like that on social media all day, and people be like, "It don't matter, you know what I meant." And it's like, nah, whatever happened to spelling shit correctly? If
right.
You can. We understand typos and shit, but
right.
Gotta have a hand now. Most of them be making up their own words. And we all know the whole story with us, on the nigga net, which I coined that phrase too. Matter of fact, the nigga net.
Absolutely.
Nobody said that before me. It was always saying the internet, or some people saying the internet. I-N-N-A-N-E-T. But I came up with that, the nigga net. That's what it is, the nigga net, man. And people using the word won't, W-O-N-T, as once, W-A-N-T, and all that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they on the 14-year-olds in Florida. They might need to revive that and have everybody take an aptitude test, like a driver's license, to get on the internet.
Damn. Motherfucker got to take a placement test to get on the internet.
Think about it. You on the internet, how many times have you seen a picture of this older black lady, gray hair, working out, nice body, saying she's 52 years old, and then that picture been circulating around the internet for the last 12 years.
You said old lady on the internet doing what?
There's this picture. There's several pictures circulating around of older people exercising.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at these photos, they've been circulating around the internet for almost like a decade now. So the woman was 60 in the photo. She's 70 something now. You know what I mean? And people that share it like it just happened yesterday. It's like people don't use, like, common sense. It's not used a lot on the internet.
Right. No, I feel what you're saying. Yeah. So
same way with missing kids. You ever had somebody inbox you and say, "Oh, this kid is missing my hand." You like, "Now I remember seeing this years ago." Like, what's up?
So people just regurgitating old shit and acting like it was new. And that's the thing with social media. And I had and me having a media company and posting shit, I had to kind of be careful of that. It's been one time like I posted the shit we talked about last time with the shit we was talking about with the dude with the BMF, Lil Meech's son, and I posted the airport shit as if it was something that happened recently. And then my homegirl from Detroit, who's from Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Know some of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, know some of the family and, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. She was like, this shit happened like 8 months ago. Like, you late as fuck, and you acting like, you know what I'm saying? So I had to come back and do change the caption in it and put the actual date on it to let people know that it was something that was old and not recent, but I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we all got to be a little bit more diligent if we posting shit to make sure it's something that's actually fucking recent and current, you know what I'm saying? If you're posting it like that.
Right. Or just put, I don't know when this happened, but
Yeah, that'd be the thing though. On the real. So I'm gonna read the fucking first paragraph of this shit. Florida Republican Governor Don DeSantis signed a bill into law banning children under 14 from having their own social media accounts on Monday, according to the news release from the governor's office. 14 and 15-year-olds will be allowed to have accounts with parental consent. In addition to restricting social media accounts for children, the legislation also places restrictions on pornographic websites. The bill, known as HB 3, requires an age verification for those who visit sexually explicit websites. HB 3 goes into effect on January 1st, 2025. And you know what? With that being said, I can see why this is being to effect, because it's probably all about kids having access to pornography.
It could be. It could be.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see why. Like, because you got to think about it. You got a 13, 14-year-old in 7th, 8th grade, and like all they got to do is just type some shit in, and boom, boom, they got titties in their face, ass in their face, you know, nothing as females doing ratchet shit online. You know, glorified prostitutes is what a lot of these social media Instagram chicks is on. You know what I'm saying? 95% of these motherfuckers got OnlyFans, making a killing. I just seen a video where the chick lied on some celebrity and said, who was the shit? The dude that do the little fake, who do the little fake jail skits. Little small dude, I don't know his fucking name. He do like the fake jail skits. You know what I'm talking about? A little skinny black motherfucker got dreads.
Oh, yeah, Kai Cenat, I think.
Him, he had a situation where a chick like kind of, you know, did some extortion, blackmail type shit, and he had to pay her like $5,000. And they basically making it seem like, okay, niggas, you paying for pussy type shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's something I heard about. But, you know, when I was watching whatever I was watching, they were saying motherfuckers do that because bitches don't give a fuck how they look in the eye of the public. But then they'll transition that or finesse that to where they'll run up their OnlyFans page. So just think if whatever this chick was doing was like, yeah, I did this with Kai. Motherfuckers don't believe it. But then they say, subscribe to my OnlyFans page. I got photos and video with me and Kai. And it's a lie. But you probably got 100,000 motherfuckers who then paid the first month subscription. And then this bitch just made 80, 90 bands off a lie. And then she just 80, 90 bands up in the game. And then she probably just throwing a video where she fucking some random nigga that ain't even a nigga that she said she was fucking, who's the public figure dude. But she up 80, 90 bands because you got 80,000, 90 goofy motherfuckers that's willing to pay $10 to see her fuck this nigga. And that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, do you fault her? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course she's a skeezer, a lying skeezer. You know what I'm saying? And she running up 80, 90 grand. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. No integrity. And that's just the game we in now with this social media shit.
It's all about and like when that Cat Williams interview happened on Club Shay Shay, that changed the game. I don't know if you had to have noticed. Anybody that kind of like look at YouTube and the different podcasts, not
right,
from an entertainment perspective. You got to be somebody to look at as to where like you want to put content out there or you want to make some money.
right.
The average, regular, just looking new, entertained motherfucker, they ain't know the shit. They just retarded on the internet. It's a gang of people that like that.
Right.
It's like they use the internet. They're the person that goes to the circus. I don't know if you know the history of Barnum and Bailey Circus too. You remember Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus?
Yeah, dude got his ass ate up by the tiger and all that shit.
I don't know.
Nah, that's Sigmund the Fourth, ain't it? Some shit. I don't know. But nah, I remember what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Okay, that was created by them, Barnum and Bailey, and they wrote a book. And in that book, they speak on how they needed to create an entertainment thing that can appeal everyone from 8 years old to 80 years old.
Right.
And they came up with the idea with the circus. When you think about the circus includes everybody. Like there's nothing at all about a circus that somebody don't like. If you like animals, you definitely gonna go. If you like clowns, you gonna go. If you like to see the stunts, you gonna go. If you like the atmosphere, the 3-ring circus, you gonna go. It's so many different things. The bear, the walking, dancing bear, and the muscle man, and lady with the beard. These are all things that they do. His attention, right?
All right.
And it's true. Like some people go for the clowns, and some people go for the animals.
All right.
So with this internet, it's the same way. Those people, they're just there.
Yeah, they fascinated by the goofy shit. Go ahead, my bad.
By the goofy shit. But even like recently, I think it was less than 4 days ago. You know the guy, Steven. I don't know his last name, but it's this dark skin, kind of skinny, black dude out of Miami. He got the what's the name of them locks, the real puffy ones?
Puffy locks.
Locks that they got that they be wearing. Them big old the puffed out locks. The hairstyle.
I don't know, bro.
The thin locks. They I don't know the name of them. Wicks. They call wicks. The wicks lock hairstyle. The real thick ones and shit.
Oh yeah, the ones like matted, big matted shits and shit. Right.
Big and wide. I guess he has some of them. We used to have them, whatever. So this dude, he's been known to be outrageous. I've seen some skits was funny, but then when I see him take a turn trying to do the gay thing, I was like, okay, nah, I'm cool with them. So he linked up with the dude Famous Richard. Famous Richard is this dude that goes up to police in New York, Port Authority police and transit cops and subway cops and some regular police. And he asked him, where your pipe at? Where your pipe at? He had all the guys. It's crazy. It's surprising he ain't got killed yet.
Mm-hmm.
But them two linked up in California, and then they're out there and they get into an argument. And while they arguing, the dude Famous Richard, he's asking the dude with the locks. He say, why you bring me out here? Why you bring me out here? And the dude say, because you make my pussy wet. And the dude said, what? And he smacked him in his face, right? Bam, he slapped him. So the dude with the lock, he's surprised, so they gonna square off in the streets. And all the fucking bitch came up out of the Miami dude. He squared off on the dude reluctantly, and he started taking his shoes off and throwing him at dude. Then he took off running. The dude caught his ass and pushed him upside his head and everything. So it's like that's how far people were willing to go for views and likes and shit, man. For shit to go viral, and that's part of that Cat Williams shit. It fucked a lot of people up, man. That's everybody's dream now. To just get somebody, do some outrageous shit. And I'm gonna get those numbers.
Right. And with that being said, I want to talk about this. And we've had discussions about this in the past, but with people saying outrageous shit to, for followers, to gain recognition, gain momentum, and in some cases it turns into actual valuable, substantial cash flow. We all know who Charleston White is, and he's recently got into a back and forth with Oskino, which is a former member of Rockefeller Records. Now, I've interviewed Oskino before. We did an interview about a year ago. And we've kept in touch. Not kept in touch, but we've had conversations here and there in regards to business things. You know what I'm saying? And chopped it up on some minor things, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But Charleston White basically, his phone went dead. Let me call him back, y'all. Be patient. Make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe button. If you're on TikTok, Twitch, X, formerly known as Twitter, Go to the YouTube, subscribe, follow me on all the platforms, run me up. You know what I'm saying? All right, can you hear me?
Yeah. I heard you up to the point where Chino, they've been back and forth, and I've seen a couple videos on that.
Right. So as you know, I've interviewed Oskino before. I reached out to Charleston White like a year or so ago, and we just didn't connect on it. So far as like the email he's told me to, send the information to, I sent it to. I never really got a reply. I never really followed back up on it. But regardless of that, Oskino, was heated because Charleston White basically was saying fuck Gillie the Kid's son. Gillie the Kid's son was killed. He was shot and killed. Oskino has a son who, to my knowledge, died in a car accident. Both kids died in Philadelphia. Oskino and Gillie is from Philadelphia. And, Charleston White was like, fuck you niggas. Like, we're at odds. So I don't give a fuck what I say in regards to the people that you love that passed away. If we're at odds, fuck you niggas. You know what I'm saying? So we all know Charleston White is someone that's been on the internet for 4 or 5 years, however long, and he's been very vocal. And he has admitted, regardless if it's truth in it or no truth in it, if it's just entertainment, he has admitted that I'm putting on a character for you, and this is what y'all want to see, and I'm gonna give you what you want to see, and I'm running up a bet. I'm running up a bet. You know what I'm saying? Like he said in an interview I just watched, like, we doing millions. So, he just got a spot. He just got a residency in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So can you blame whoever for doing whatever the fuck they got to do on the internet to try to make a name for themselves and come up when the internet is the new television? It's the new come up. It's the new platform for popularity to, improve yourself. Like, this is what it is now. You know what I'm saying? So can you blame someone for doing some ridiculous, retarded shit? Immoral, non-integral. Like, can you blame them?
I want to make sure I get the question because I'm biased.
Mm-hmm.
I'm biased, and I'm biased against Charleston White, against him. I feel like the excuse that he's been using, saying what you just said, y'all want to carry. I don't believe any of that. I don't believe any of that. I believe that his whole internet thing was a thing of trial and error, and it just exposed Black people's understanding of life, reality, and that's what I think on that.
You said you broke up. You said it exposes life and error, and then what was that last part?
I think that when he tells people that this was his plan and he's giving you this character, this is what y'all want, I don't believe any of that. I think that's a after effect. I think he's looking in the rear view, and he's using hindsight now after things had already happened to say, "Oh, this was my plan all along." I don't believe that. I think that all he is showing is trial and error, and he's showing how downtrodden Black people have become, and how bad of celebrity worshiping we are in our thirst for entertainment. Black people's thirst for ignorant entertainment.
Now is it right? Go ahead, my bad.
I think he exposed that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is with that. We all have our different perspectives on that, and maybe he might be doing a, like you said, a retrospect thing with this work, that work. You know,
Let me, let me ask you this. Let me
uh-huh.
ask you this right here. I
Good.
remember y'all said that I'm biased against him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when let's say you deal with a president, let's say we bring up one of the most beloved presidents, which will be Obama. Can we agree that he's one of the most beloved? Some people love Obama.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now let's say you get people who love Obama on the panel, and you get people that understand the political perspective of Obama.
Mm-hmm.
So can you see how, let's say, people that understand the political perspective of Obama, how they can say something negative, and the people that's just a fan of Obama, that's not politicized, will say, "Oh, well, no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that." You understand that, right?
Right. The difference between a fan and someone that's actually invested in the policies and the importance of what's being, I get it. I get what you're saying.
So when you have a situation like that, you can't sympathize with people who are just fanatics and just fans and looking to be entertained by Obama. Yes, they have their right as a human being to say, "Hey, I like him because he gave me a phone and he knew how to do this two-step, and he said he liked Blackberries, and he said he got J. Cole and Jay-Z on his playlist on his phone." You can't knock those people for using those things as a way of why they think he was a great president. He gave you a phone. He told you his playlist. You know how to do some dance and all this other stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
those are your factors. That was your litmus test for him. He got to be into what you into. Now, other people that know the political spectrum, they can name off all the gay agenda that he helped push. Um, a lot of discrepancies in his policies.
Mm-hmm.
So when those people say, he gets a thumbs down, he was no good. You can't, at that point, you don't take the perspective and compare it with the ones that say, "Oh, he's the same." Those people are they're newbies, they're mental midgets. Their opinion don't matter underneath a strong perspective with facts and different data to back up why it's a thumbs down on Obama. You get what I'm saying?
No, no, I see what you're saying, and I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Right. So basically, what I'm saying is that
Yeah.
you can have, okay, let's say you get somebody that's retarded, straight up. You get somebody that's retarded and they're looking at a performer. No, I love it, I love it. The motherfuckers in their love, they retarded. They happy for anything. If a bear came out with a beta suit on and did a split and bounced the ball on their nose, they clapping, they crying. They, "Oh my God, you see that bear? They're fucking retarded." So when you take somebody else to say, "Hey, these people been beating this bear. That's how they get the bear to dance. This shit is wrong right here." We don't take into consideration the retarded motherfucker that's talking about, "Oh, the bear was dancing and everything." So when you get these Charleston white people that say, "Oh, yeah, it's not," those are the fucking retarded people. Those are the retarded people. They can't look and tell that you're looking at and you're listening to a dude who's mentally off.
Mm.
That man, white. The man lost his eye when he was a young kid. He lost his eye when he was a young kid. You can imagine the trauma of a young kid having a fake eye and having eye problems. He was scrawny. He got teased. Like, there's a lot of factors that people don't look at. So basically, you get somebody who was young, and he grew up in a good home. He grew up in a home where his mom was trying to do the right thing and everything. So
Mm.
he wasn't running around like how some of the other so-called bad kids was. So you get a dude that's like that, and remember, a lot of kids that's like that, they're easily impressed with the off the porch kids. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That shit is fun to them. Like them being in the house and having structure and chores to do. When they see the street kids out there running around, they're envious of that right there. And that always attracted him. And that's how he got in trouble. So you're not even looking at, like, really at somebody who looked at the street shit and was impressed by easily impressionable. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so now in his older age now, you got a man who never had attention, who like everything that's going on now is his first time, and this is how he deals with it. So when he talked that shit about this has been his plan, he tried that, that's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie. Dude stumbled. If you go back to his old videos, he was on the internet. He was into it with them gang members in LA, and he had enough sense to know that, you know what, I can't fuck with these dudes. They'll kill me. So let me bring up the police. And at that point, everybody knows somebody who's going back and forth with somebody. Once one of y'all bring up the police, the other one going back off. Because you're coming with some kryptonite that the average street person ain't used to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Usually threats go back and forth. Nobody say, well, I'm gonna bring the police over. I'm gonna get you arrested. And that's been his claim to fame, and people seem to forget that. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I don't side with him. I don't care what he say. People say, well, he be saying some real shit. Nah, it's kind of like when you in prison. So you mean to tell me a child molester can't come to the yard and teach people some things? Would you want to be taught by a child molester?
No, absolutely not. Because the faultiness in you outweighs anything good that can possibly come out your mouth. You're too faulty to say anything. You know, even if you write about it. Yeah, and I get what you're saying.
And that's Charleston White. That's like he's faulty, so nothing he says impresses me. I would never say, oh, he be saying some real shit. Nah, that logic he come with. That's some stuff that people, it's probably their first time thinking on that level. Everybody else been heard that shit, been thinking on that level.
Yeah. So, I had to get your viewpoint, your perspective on that. Him, like I said, him and Oskino been going back and forth. I've interviewed Oskino, and I ain't gonna say we're friends or anything, but we've had some brief conversations here and there, and I can agree with him in regards to certain things are off limit. Nothing's off limit because anybody could do what they want to do, but even on some internet shit, speaking on someone kid dying, I think, it's below the belt. But at the end of the day, like, motherfuckers will do what they want to do. So if you into it with some, huh?
I don't agree with that right there.
When I say no, listen. When I say people can do what they want to do, that's the part you don't agree with what I said.
It's how it's. You have to expound on that because
when I'm go ahead.
So are you saying that people can do what they want to do? Now, are you saying that in the whole scheme of someone having 2 eyes, 2 arms, and legs, and a brain, they can do what they want to do? Okay, I agree with that. Yeah. So
right. That's how I mean it. That's how I mean it. Yeah.
Somebody wake up and say, you know what? I'm gonna shoot myself in the head today.
Right. That right there is how I meant it when I said it. Now, should someone do that and based off the rules and shit and boo boo, hell no, the shit is off limits. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. See, when I hear things, I listen intensely because I'm an extreme perspective person. I have to know. I would never say, you know what, I don't agree with that. I weigh out the perspective. Okay, how is he saying that? Because I want to make sure that you wasn't saying as where, you know what, really, there ain't no rules. And I'm like, no. Men have rules.
Yeah.
Men have rules.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And the ones that don't, those are the ones who are not men no more. They live outside the parameters of that, and they can say that, but they know that only works for a certain amount of time, and they have to be protected by somebody. So it's like if you are
right, exactly, yeah.
Or anything on the table, I don't agree with that. Ain't no he's playing a character and all this. I don't want to hear none of that. That's below the belt. It's dishonorable. You ain't getting no point across none of that stuff. And when he says things like that about, and I'm not a fan of Gilly the Kid. I'm not a fan. I think Gilly was a corny motherfucker. But to hit that man with that right there, I don't agree with the way he did that. And what's crazy, the same people that back Charleston White and that'll say, well, you got a point. If something was to happen to Charleston White's son, and the shoe was on the other foot, I guess people would be like, Nah, y'all shouldn't. That's why I said the people are retards. They just want to be entertained. They don't care about Gilly the Kid's son. They don't really care about Charleston White. They just want to be thoroughly entertained.
Right. Yeah. Hey, and that's the issue. Not the issue, but that's just what it is, which can be, construed as an issue with this whole social media thing. Like, nigga, this is gladiator shit. Like, this is the new arena. And that's my point. Like, if you want to go back, like, on some analogy type shit or comparison to fucking, the gladiators, motherfuckers in the arena, and they want to see blood. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to see blood. It don't matter who die at the end, and then some of them have their favorites that they root for and all that shit. But at the end of the day, motherfuckers want to see blood. Now, when I say blood, do I mean literal blood and someone getting killed? Maybe not necessarily.
You don't want to see that. Yeah, they do.
I don't know. Maybe not. Some may do. Some may want to see Charleston White beat the fuck up. Some people may not. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That I'm pretty sure.
So a lot of us know. A lot of us see. This is why I'm include myself in that. I ain't gonna sit up there and try to act like I'm exempt from certain shit. No, the part of the people that's online and want to see some blood shit on that. I am. I long for the day Charleston White get killed. I hope he get killed on live TV. I hope they throw that nigga brains out on live TV. I hope we see it. I hope he still stay alive for a little bit, and he going through it and all that. I hope somebody grab his phone and show his brains hanging out his head so that eye popped out. I hope they show that shit. I hope they show that shit. Yeah, I want to see that. Hell yeah, I want to see it. I'm gonna send him some stars and thumbs up and all that. Whatever you can do on there for the monetary thing, I'm sending it to him. Hell yeah.
Oh shit. Well, hey, there you have it. You know what I'm saying? It's blood out here, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's social media shit. It is what it is. This is the new gladiator sport right here. Motherfuckers is going back and forth. It is what it is. The internet is instant access into, the personalities of us all. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I think we should wrap that up. Shit. Like, I don't know if you want to keep going and shit, but I think that's a good wrap up right there. We did 1 hour 17 minutes. If you watching this, like, subscribe, run us up, share the content. My man Mind Over Matter, Ears to the Street, HG, your boy. Man, is anything else you want to expound on, bro? Like,
Questions?
huh?
Checking in. Anybody pose any questions or anything?
Nah, we ain't getting no questions tonight. We had some people hanging on, fucking with us for the night though. We ain't getting no questions though. Let me make sure. Let me look at the comments because I ain't even look at the damn comments.
Yeah.
No. I looked at them. We still ain't getting no questions though.
Just to let people know that when they do tune in and they're listening in, to put those questions out there, because it's not cool to sit back and just be entertained all the time. Sometimes you can hear something that's offensive to your mind, and you should ask for elaboration on it. What do you mean by that? I don't agree with that. It's okay to disagree. We live in this world now where if somebody says something, and if you go against it, you hating. Nah, I'll never be in agreement with that right there. An opposing opinion is hate. No, an opposing opinion, you ask for better perspective, clearer understanding, elaborate a little bit more on that. Because it's too much that's just accepting what somebody said. You know what I mean? I don't agree with that, man.
No, real
That's
shit.
what it's
Real
called.
shit.
We're supposed to socialize on it. Socialize and get different ideas. And everybody's not going to agree on everything. Some going to sound extreme. Some shit going to sound too passive. You know what I mean? That's the joy. Everybody not being the same.
No, real shit. I always put the link in the comments. Anybody want to come on, voice their opinions. We got the comment section. So yeah, I'm definitely going. I'll go ahead.
I will say here though, on the perspective of what the fans want to see, when you take into consideration what was going on between Shannon Sharp and Mike Epps. You remember that?
Yeah.
And when they I guess when they made up,
Mhm.
people were saying what? That's grown man shit. That's grown man shit.
Right.
Then we had this Kendrick Lamar in the J. Cole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, grown man shit. He wanna, you know. Then you got the other half. They want to see the battle and everything. So this entertaining debate, man, can get it can get demented because they don't know what they want. One minute they cheering for somebody to do something to somebody else. The next minute they talk about his grown man shit. And then half the people that were saying, "Oh, that's grown man." I didn't want Shannon Sharp and Mike Epps to make up and come settle like man. No, I wanted them niggas to be held to the same standard that everybody else is held to. All these people that be bloodthirsty, what do they post? Overwhelming majority of people online, they post, "Stay in your lane. We not the same." Yo, somebody did this to me. I said, "Here, I'm gonna stand on." Everybody told me how they gonna stand on business. When you had this Shay dude, Mike Epps was talking about beating up, they may fight and gunplay and all that. Then when they make up and take a picture for the public, everybody, "Oh, that's man business." No, that wasn't grown man business. That was bitch business right there. That was two bitches that wasn't gonna do nothing anyway. It wasn't gonna do nothing. Shannon Sharp ain't trying to miss nothing, none of that money coming from that show. And Mike Epps needed tickets for his show. Neither one was going to do anything. They could have called each other faggots and said, "Fuck your mamas." Neither one was going to meet up and do anything other than push security in front of them.
Right.
That's it. They were for nothing. But us sitting back talking about, "Oh, that's grown man, yeah, them brothers." Nah, them niggas should have been held to the standards everybody just get held to. They hold these rappers to these standards. They want to see the rappers duke it out. They want to see motherfuckers get killed. People want to see, so you see Durf slide, Pavon, like all this shit right here. But then when it comes to a certain thing, "Oh no, that's grown man." No, let's keep it all the way ignorant.
He said, "No, let's keep it all the way ignorant."
Because it bugs me because black people want to pick and choose. We want to pick and choose.
Yeah, they're on hopscotch.
What's entertaining to us? No, all this shit is entertainment. So let's take it all. Don't have these people making up and all that. Nope. Hold these millionaires to the same standard that you hold somebody in the streets for. The same person that was talking about that is that Cole apologizing that Shannon Sharp and Mike is made up. Nope. That same person, if they go through the fast food and somebody get their order wrong, they talking about throwing the sandwich back at them, spitting on the people in there. Somebody got to pay. You gonna stand on business. You know, all this gangster shit. So it's like, nah, let's just keep it. Let's take that gangster shit and that non-gangster shit, that knob. Let's break the knob off into gangster shit moves so we can't go down to the non-gangster. Let's keep it on that shit. Let's keep it on that and see what's the end result of that. Let's ride that all the way through. Let's finally ride something out instead of switching up. Let's ride it out. Let's ride out the gangster routine and see how far that's gonna get us.
Well, shit, it's like in most cases, it seems that's what's happening. You know, so I don't expect, man, bro. These, especially some celebrity shit. You know, depending on what level of celebrity they at. But if somebody like Shannon Sharp, Mike Epps, like you saying, the crowd, could hold them to that standard. But anybody with any sense already know that shit wasn't gonna go nowhere. Fucking comedian and an ex-football player, like that shit, man. Them niggas is just on the internet talking crazy. Somebody got in their feelings, and then once niggas, you know what I'm saying, like, and they see that's the same shit. Go ahead.
Sharp sat there and said, "I'm gonna see you at the game. I'm gonna see you at the game." I'm watching that video and I'm thinking like,
these niggas is 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
You finna extend all 5 fingers and then ball it back up to a fist and attack him instead. We gonna see each other at the game. We gonna see he gonna dead in the camera. So I'm gonna see you at the game. We gonna see each other at the game. And it's like it wasn't even 72 hours after that. You see them at some room somewhere hugging and making up.
Yeah, it's just like when Mike Epps replied, "Oh, you run up on me, it ain't gonna be no fighting. You gonna get the bang, bang, bang." Bro, once I seen that video, I'm like, come on, like this shit. This shit. All right, that's what I'm saying. Like this shit's not like, come on, y'all. Like this is just 2 niggas on the internet that they, you know, one got mad and the other one responding because he said something on the internet. So and they got to give a response. But we all know, bro, this is bullshit.
It's too much that we keep letting celebrities get away with that. We all sat here and watched the motherfucking O'Hara.
Watch who? Your phone breaking up. Watch who? Make sure y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button. You said you like who?
I said he fucked him out of a lot of money. Jerry Heller, the producer.
Oh fuck, Easy. You talking about Easy and Dr. Dre?
Yeah, they fucked the whole group out of everybody said Easy out of a lot of money, and all they did was go up to his offices with a golf club and beat the walls up and threaten them and shit like that. But what happened in the scene when the brother knocked on the door and said his girl was in the room? They laughed at him, closed the door, and then came out the other door and supposed to had all these AKs and guns. So you ready to kill up a nigga over some pussy? But this white man that got y'all out of billions, y'all gonna beat the walls up in his office with a golf club. Man, fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, well, you know, that's classic. That's classic niggas scared of the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole nother topic within itself right there. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will blow each other head off all day. Niggas will be on the block, and if a nigga walk up the block that they don't know, they'll be on his ass, on him, waiting for him to do some shit, or just looking at him crazy, or it might even approach him like, nigga, where you from? Where you around here? Let a white boy walk up the block, or Asian, or whatever, or Latin, walk up the block. They ain't scared, they ain't cautious, they don't care, and they give him a pass, and he walks right through the neighborhood with no issues. So, you know, that's that. What is it called? What, self-degradation or some shit? Yeah. So we already know what time we on with each other. And that's a lot of things that people were saying with the Cat Williams thing. Is like, why you didn't? And I think that's something that Dave Chappelle said with the Cat Williams thing. Is like, you came on there and you came at all black comedians that you had issues with. Why didn't you mention none of the white higher ups? You know what I'm saying? Like, you mentioned Tiffany Haddish, you mentioned Ludacris, you mentioned whoever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't mention any white higher ups. And that's something I gotta give like some props to Dame Dash about, you know what I'm saying? Because he makes it a point to say, I don't got no beef with any black people. Yeah, we may have this and that, whatever, but I ain't got no beef with any black people. Even if they are doing things that's messing up my money and fucking up shit for me, but I still ain't got no beef with them. It's a phone conversation that we can have and rectify things. But he makes it his point to call out white execs who kind of may have puppet mastered or orchestrated certain things to where, you know, they manipulated, you know, the business with Rockefeller and probably still manipulating some things with his business now. You know what I'm saying? So I you know, one thing I just want to put that out there because he's one of the few people who, with what he's been through and being who he is, will call out those higher ups in the business and say, these are the people that's responsible for certain things that went wrong in my situation and are responsible for why people are getting fucked out of millions of dollars, you know, in regard to the artist. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I agree. I appreciate Dame Dash. I do.
No, real shit, yeah. So yeah, man, we're gonna wrap it up, man. We was on an hour and a half. Man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's To The Street Media with Factor Entertainment with me. I'm your boy HG. We got Mind Over Matter on. You know, we stepping up our consistency. So we ask that y'all grow with us, hit the like button, subscribe button. I appreciate, you know, the people that was rocking with us tonight. You know, make sure y'all post y'all questions. You know, make sure y'all come on the live stream, and y'all welcome to, you know, state your position, your perspective on any topic that we talk about, or bring topics to the table that we can discuss it. You know what I'm saying, in full. And that's it, man. And we out. Peace.